is. There it is. Okay. Unaware of the pearl's value, he kept it under his bed as a good luck charm for 10 years until a fire forced him out of his home. Instead of taking it with him, the man decided to donate it to the local tourism office. That fisherman had actually discovered the world's largest giant natural pearl, and it is valued at $100 million. That fisherman had found something of great value, stuck it under his bed, and didn't even take time to explore its value and what it was worth. When I heard that story, it actually made me think of our businesses, because I believe that our home shows are kind of like those clamshells. When we open up a clamshell, we never know. We walk into a home show, we never know what we're going to discover. And will it yield great income for our family? Will we book a future event? Maybe we'll find someone else who needs premiere. But I love the adventure of a home show. It can take just one event to change the course of your business, get you into an entirely new area, and bless your business like you never would have imagined. But the truth is, we can't stick premiere under our bed and keep it as a good luck charm. So let's explore some ways that we can add some more events or pearls to our calendar. And unfortunately, I hate to tell you this, but there is no magic formula to doing this. But there are several small steps that we can all take that will help us add more events to our calendar. The first, oh, I forgot to tell you, we're going to spell out the word pearls. Okay? P stands for plan and pray. First, we're going to pray. So before we can have any plan of attack, we've got to pray. When is the last time you have prayed for your business? And I mean really prayed for your business. What if God is just waiting for you to ask him to take over and bless your efforts? So many times we just do it on our own and take all the glory for ourselves. I love the verse of the year. Psalm 37:5 says, commit everything you do to the Lord. Trust him and he will help you. I found this quote in a book called The Circle Maker by Mark Batterson, and it challenges us by sharing this. The more specific your prayers are, the more God receives the glory. If our prayers aren't specific, God gets robbed of the glory that he deserves because we second guess whether or not it would have happened anyways, or if it was a result of a coincidence. Most of us, we never know the answers that were a result of a specific prayer or a general coincidence that would have happened anyways. Most of us don't get what we want because we don't know what we want. We've never written down a list of our goals and dreams. We've never defined success for ourselves. If you don't spell it out for yourself, you have no way of knowing if you've achieved it. The greatest tragedy is not the unanswered prayers, but the unasked. Secondly, let's make a plan, okay? Did you know that it's a proven fact that if you write down your goals, you're 42% more likely to accomplish them? That's reason right there enough to write them down. I have a dream board, as Kathy mentioned, that hangs right in my office, right by where I can see it every day. But it's a reminder for me of what I'm working on in my business. And I have lots of different goals on there, but as it pertains to events on my calendar, I have discovered that my no matter what home show goal is 8. Based on my average events, I need to hold at least 8 events to do my part to pay our bills every month. I want to share with you what happened to me back at the end of May. So I knew my June calendar wasn't looking too hot. We were 10 days left in the month of May, and I looked at my calendar and I had 2 events on my calendar. And of course, I had tons of excuses, like summer is hard, people are busy and they don't want to have a show in the summer. I'm going to be at Disney for 8 days, that's like a fourth of the month right there. And then between my 2 boys, they play baseball 8 nights a week. Okay, maybe just 4, but it felt like 8. But my no matter what goal is 8 a month. So instead of just letting it go, I decided to pray, make a plan, and work as hard as I could to make it happen. And praise the Lord, by the end of the month, I was able to close 10 group orders. I ended up with 6 home shows, 1 Facebook show, and 3 Facebook Live events that I did in my VIP group. I did one of the In Bloom earrings, the resort collection, and some retired jewelry. But I want to share with you a couple of things that I did to add some events to my calendar, and maybe they'll be an encouragement to you as well. First of all, don't forget about your past hostesses. Look back from 1 year or even 2 years ago, and what I did was I sent those gals a message and I told them that it was time for their anniversary jewelry show. And if they hosted a show with me within 2 weeks on either side of their anniversary show, that they would get some special gifts from me. A $50 bonus jewelry gift card, a travel jewelry organizer that I get from the incentives, and then a polishing cloth. So by sending out those messages, that added 2 more events to my calendar in June. If you plant the seeds that it's normal to have an anniversary show, they'll just assume that that's what people do. The second thing I did was I held a recycled jewelry party. So what I did was I invited ladies to bring up to 5 pieces of premier jewelry, it had to be premier jewelry, that was new or gently used that they no longer wore, and they could recycle it in for a $10 credit towards 1 new piece. So if they brought in 3 new pieces, they would get 3 $10 gift cards to use on 3 pieces. So it didn't add up to $30 off. They came, they brought their jewelry, they shopped. That recycled jewelry party yielded me $598 in sales. It got me back in front of some of my past hostesses. Plus, I got 23 pieces of gently used premier jewelry that was sitting in their drawer that I can now use as booking incentives or giveaways. And 8 of them were still in the box. Wow. I usually choose to invite just select groups of people to things like this. So for this event, I chose to just invite some past hostesses who I know have a lot of jewelry. But when I host an event like this, I love to just invite pockets of people, because then I can do it again. I could do it again now, inviting a different group of people. I also do that with my mystery hostesses. I learned that from Darla Carlson, which is so smart. Just invite your church friends to something, and then a different group, so that you're not over-inviting all your same people all the time. Number 3 is text some friends that live in different cities. So I challenge you to make a list of people that you know who live in different cities than you are, and this is what I sent to a couple gals. Hey girl, I hope you're doing great. Say, I'm trying to get into the Mankato area. I am wondering if you would be willing to get a few girls together for a fun girls' night out. I'll bring my jewelry and hook you up with some free bling and a bonus gift just for helping me out. So that added 1 more event to my calendar. Lastly, I want to just remind you that when anyone ever asks you or compliments your jewelry, all you have to say is, oh, thanks. These are Premier. Have you ever heard of Premier? Actually, these are what my hostesses are getting for free when they host a show next month. Would you be willing to get a couple of girlfriends together and get some for free? But I challenge you to look at your calendar 6 weeks out, not like I did in May, but use stickers or highlighters on your calendar and make a plan for what days you want to work. And so then as you're booking your events and working on your calendar, you'll have purpose for which days you want to do your events, and it will push you to fill those dates in. Now, I do have a confession to make. July was really tough for me. I really struggled to get people to book, and I had a couple of people that canceled on me. I fell far from my personal goal. Of my 8 shows that is my goal, I submitted 3 events. But you know what? I chose to not let that get me down. I shook it off, and I have my 8 shows ready to go for August. So I want to challenge you, when you have bummer months, we all have months that don't go as planned. Shake it off. We have a fresh new start every single month. E stands for excitement for what you have to offer. Do you know that we have the best hostess plan in the direct sales industry? Woo! Do you really believe it? Because it is true. If you don't believe it, I encourage you to host a show for a different direct sales company. Because I did that. My sister-in-law started selling a kind of clothes. Of course, I was upset she didn't sell Premier, but anyways, I hosted a show. I thought it was pretty good. I had a pretty good turnout. I cleaned my house and made food, and my sales were $400. But you know what? I did not hit the $500 minimum, so I got nothing. All I got was one item at 30%. So I think a lot of times, unfortunately, people have been burned by hosting other kinds of shows, and they don't really believe that what you're saying is true. So we need to make sure you show them just how amazing our hostess plan is, and have confidence in what you have to offer, because you have the hookup. Look back at the past 6 months and see what your average hostess gets. My average hostess gets $285 in free jewelry, and I know that the average woman cannot afford to spend that much money on herself in one night. What you have to offer is a blessing to so many people, so be confident in that. A couple years ago, I got a sweet message from a past hostess of mine, and she said, "I think of you often. Every time I get dressed up with cute jewelry, I think of how blessed I am that I have so many fun pieces to wear. You are truly blessing women's lives, and I thank you." I wish that every single one of you could get a message like that, because that gave me so much confidence that what I have to offer is a blessing to so many people, and that jeweler actually is a jeweler, or that hostess is a jeweler in our Premier family now. But we have the most beautiful jewelry collection and trendy collection, you know that, and it's backed by an amazing guarantee, and it polishes and pulls together a woman's whole look. Retail is changing, you and I both know that. Here's the thing, women still crave shopping time with their girlfriends. I live in rural Minnesota, and the closest mall to me is over an hour away. All I have is a Walmart and a Maurice's, but everything has closed. But that's actually good for me, because I can now bring the fun shopping experience to them, and their girlfriends can all get together and have fun shopping together. So they're looking for a reason to get together anyway, so you can be the instigator that helps them make it happen. So have excitement about what you have to offer, because it is really good. A stands for ask everyone. Now, I'm not saying you have to be the crazy stalker jewelry lady that people walk in the opposite direction of, because that's not what we want. But when it comes to your events, you must personally ask everyone. I heard a trainer once say, if you ask one person and not the next, that second person may think, oh, I heard her ask her if she wanted to have a show, I guess she must not want to have a show with me. I would never want anyone to think that, because I would love to have a show with them. So that has caused me to ask everyone to have a show. I always have a booking incentive that I use, and that helps me ask everyone. A lot of times I will use a gift card that they get to spend that night. But this summer I've been having fun with the scratch-off cards that are at the on the incentive site. I can put an amount behind the scratch-off stickers, and if they schedule a show, they get to see what their discount is for the night. So if they've chosen to not say they want to host a show right away, when they come to checkout, I will say something like this. Are you sure you don't want to host a show and get to scratch off that scratch-off card on your order tonight? I would just love to do a show with you and spoil you with free jewelry. What do you think? And honestly, I book 90% of my events at my events. Because why not? We're with the women and they're in love with the jewelry. Also, anytime anyone places a random order with you, don't forget to ask them if they'd like it at half price for scheduling a show. I have an event next week on Wednesday with a gal who wanted just a pair of earrings, and I told her she could have them at half price if she booked a show, and she thought that was a good idea. 2 years ago, I have to tell you this kind of funny story. So my ex-boyfriend from high school's mom came to my show. And I thought, gosh, she would never want to have a show with me. That would maybe be a little bit awkward. So I didn't ask her. I made her decision for her that she didn't want to have a show. And so I just let it go. And at the end, when she was ready to leave, I said goodbye. And just kind of on a whim, I said, good to see you. If you ever change your mind and want to host a show, you know who to call, which is kind of my little tagline when they're leaving. And she said, actually, I've been thinking about it all night, and I would like to host a show. I think it would be a lot of fun. Do you know what? I almost never asked her, and she ended up having an amazing $1,500 jewelry show, and she would have just walked out that door had I not asked her. So ask everyone. R stands for relationships. From the moment you walk in the door, the first person that they meet should be you. So get to know them, keep asking questions. And another thing I strive to do is memorize every woman's name and compliment every woman there. It just makes them feel so special. But we live in a society that's all about me, me, me. And a lot of times we think something sweet about someone, but we never say it, and we know what a blessing a compliment can be. Once you've connected with her, it will not be awkward at all for you to say, oh my goodness, I want to have a show with you. Let's do a show and spoil you with free jewelry. What do you think? L stands for leave them wanting more. Now this one actually has a couple meanings. First of all, keep your shows short and sweet. Leave them wanting more. Your show should never be more than 45 minutes, including introductions and everything. They will not book a show with you if it is long and boring. Have fun with them. Shauna Clark always says, if they laugh and learn, they will book and buy. So listen as you're at rally and pick up some fun little one-liners. One of my favorites is, I'm not naturally funny, but one of my favorites is, ladies, leather is a huge trend right now, and I would rather wear a leather bracelet than leather pants. So let's check out the leather bracelet. Number 2, leave them wanting more jewelry. I typically only showcase the necklaces because they feature the most versatility and value, and when they fall in love with several higher priced pieces, they will know that the best option is to host a show. Number 3, leave them wanting more of your encouraging and uplifting experience that you've created. Premier is so unique, we know that, so we need to make sure that the women at our shows know that too. And number 4, leave them with an invitation to change their mind about booking a show. So when a lady checks out at my show, I give her one of these little leopard bags from the incentive store, and I stick her receipt inside. And then I also have the style guide, and I've had other ladies that call me down the road and order more. But then inside, I have just a little sheet about how Premier works as a business, my first 6 shows. And on the top is, if they change their mind and decide they want to host a show, there's a $25 gift card for them. So if they've said that they don't want to have a show, I will, when I hand them their receipt, I will say, okay, if you ever change your mind and you decide you want to host a show, you know who to call, and there's a $25 gift card in there when you change your mind. Lastly, S stands for serve. I found this beautiful quote from author Joyce Hilford, and she writes, life is made up of a few moments all strung together like pearls. Each moment is a pearl, and it's so true. Each moment is an opportunity for us to serve and love on women through our business. Each home show, each closet consult, each replacement exchange is an opportunity for us to love, serve, and care on the women that God places in our path. One of Jesus' greatest pearls of wisdom is found in Matthew 20:26, where he says, if you want to be great in God's kingdom, learn to be the servant of all. Andy Horner writes in his book, Leadership A to Z, the founding purpose of Premier is to enrich every life we touch. The founding purpose, that was the purpose, to enrich every life we touch. We want people to know of their worth and value. We want to encourage them and give them a dose of hope. To enrich a life means to love, serve, and care, and strive to add something valuable to each person's life that we come in contact with. When your purpose is to enrich lives, your business will never run out of steam. There are always more lives to touch. So I pray that all of us will learn an important lesson from that fisherman who found that giant pearl, never opened it, and hid it under his bed. Let's keep sharing and encouraging others with the blessings of Premier. Let's get out there and search for more pearls.